Hi everyone, Tracy here. I am into day 3 of this master plant dieta with ayahuasca and master plants. And I'm at Niue Rao Retreat Center. And so we got here on Saturday and the retreat started Sunday. We had a nice flower bath to kind of cleanse off any of the negative energies and prepare us. And then we had a vomitivo Sunday morning, which was preparing us to sit with the medicines. And the vomitivo is we drank a big bowl of really concentrated lemongrass tea, which if it's really concentrated, it can make you purge. And then you drink a couple, 2 or 3 or 4 bowls of water pretty quickly after that, and that induces a purge. And the idea is to get 3 purges so that you can be cleaned out. So that was interesting, not very comfortable. For all of my combo practitioners out there, I think combo is easier, but it was fine, we went through it and got it done. So, and then we sat with ayahuasca on Sunday evening, and this was actually right before that we had a consultation with the shamans, with the maestras. There are 3 female shamans we are working with for these 2 weeks. And so the consultation, they, wanted to know your intentions and to get a little insight into how they can help you and why you're here. So then after that, then we sat in ceremony that evening, and it was interesting because, I've sat in ceremonies a bit in the West, but not so much in here, or in Peru or in these countries. And I really wanted to surrender to what they thought was appropriate and necessary as far as how much medicine. In the West, we tend to sit with a lot of medicine because more is better in our thinking process, and many of us know that's not true, but we tend to adopt to that anyway. So the ceremonies are pretty much bangers. You get a lot of medicine, and it's very powerful. Sometimes too powerful. I've definitely gone on the opposite side of that. So I just really wanted to surrender to that. And so they gave us 1 serving of medicine just to kind of ease us into this dieta, and probably also to get a feel of how we were going to react to the medicines. And I think it was about a tablespoon or so. It's like a half a cup. And I didn't really feel a lot with that. I did actually got a couple of visions, nothing extravagant. I had one of the girls come to me in my vision, and mostly I was in my head judging it. Is this really going to work? Am I going to see things? What is going on? All of that mental chatter I got very caught up in, I'll be honest. And so that was pretty much the ceremony as far as that goes. But the shamans each came to us and sang us an Icaros, which basically is the song in Shipibo that helps connect them to us, and the healing energy through that song goes into us. So each of them sang their Icaros to us, which was really beautiful. And then that was pretty much it. The ceremony was pretty mellow. After that, we closed the ceremony and went to sleep. And the next morning was going to start our master plant dieta. That morning, so we fasted. There's an idea if we fast before or during the master plants, when we're receiving them, we get more healing from those master plants. And that's because nothing's in our system, so the plant doesn't have to compete with anything. And if we're super dry, meaning we don't even have water of any kind, water on our face, water anywhere, then that plant can penetrate deeper. And I know this just from being a nurse for, when you give somebody medicine, if they're super dehydrated, that medicine's going to take effect a lot quicker. If they were hydrated, meaning they're more, it's more dilutional. So you put medicine in and all of that water can be, can dilute it a little bit and decrease the strength. So that was the purpose of, kind of dry fasting during some of this. So we then, yesterday, we had lunch about 1. So that was about a 24-hour fast of food and water. And then we could drink for the next couple of hours. So we ate lunch and then drank for the next couple of hours and then had to stop again because we were 2 hours before getting our master plant. That master plant that they chose for us and that also has been speaking to me. I knew which one they were going to choose for the most part. I've been knowing this for a couple years. This plant has been calling my name. So we drank that last night around 4:30 or 5, and then just kind of sat in our tambos. Also during the fasting, we are also not speaking to anyone else, just to kind of go deeper with the plant. So last night after I drank, journaled a little bit, and just to share my intention has been to kind of release this. I've been having food intolerances for years, and they get better and then they get worse, they get better, they get worse. It's like my body can't handle a lot of stress, and if it does, then I'm back to having these food sensitivities. And I've noticed this over years and really have tuned into, a lot of the differences of what the body's trying to tell me and what my spirit's trying to tell me. It's been a really amazing, interesting journey, and not without its suffering for sure in so many ways, because the side effects that I would have would be insomnia, and I would go days without sleeping. So it's taught me a lot. And so what was coming up for me was it was stored trauma. It was stored trauma, emotional trauma. And then as I got to Peru and kind of really let everything go, I started to really tap into that. And it was stored sexual trauma from when I was a really young girl. And I had already known that I had had this. I had gotten hypnotized and kind of shown me a little bit of this sexual trauma. And I thought that was enough, but it wasn't. It wasn't enough even just to know it, to understand that, okay, I did do this, and I even went through the forgiveness of that person. Never really went through the forgiveness of myself so much. And I'll go into that deeper as I tell you about the dreams that I had last night, because these medicines work through your dreams. And so I had a dream that there was these 2 boys and they were harassing me and bullying me. And so then I got really angry and mad, and I don't remember what I did, but I did something to them that wasn't very nice. It was really mean. And so then what happened was this boy came to me and he held me down while my conscious mind held me down, and my little girl was laying there, my subconscious, my inner child, and he raped me. And my conscious mind was holding me down. Like, the message that I got was she was in agreement with him, that I should be punished for what I did to him, and this was the right punishment. So I've cried enough today, so I don't think I'll cry anymore. But what happened was I completely abandoned her. She stopped trusting me because I was not protecting her. I sold her out completely and was so hard on her that, gosh, for the rest of my life, I've been trying to trust myself. And it's been so hard because of that trauma, and it gets embedded in what we call I have to look at, it's like a PNEI, a psychoneuroendocrine immunologic network, which basically connects like our brain to our emotions, to our immune system, our digestive system, all of this stuff. And if we have traumas in there, they're stored, and we are basically like perpetuating these experiences in one way or another. Maybe it may not be rape, but it's the feeling of distrust, and you're going to continually put yourself in positions where you're not trusting yourself, you're not protecting yourself. So this was interesting, this dream last night, and how I processed that this morning. Wow, so liberating. And then after that, this morning, then we had a vapor bath, which is basically like a big boiling pot of plants, and you're under a tent and you're stirring and you're just inhaling and sweating all of this toxicity out of your system. So that's where I'm at today. And tonight we go into our second ayahuasca ceremony, and we will be able to have second doses of the medicine. So each time we're going a little deeper and a little deeper. And I'm going to surrender. It's so easy to want to have more medicine to get it over with and go deep quickly, and that's how I roll. And I'm refraining from that. I'm really going to just be gentle with myself and really surrender to this process as fully as I can. And I will be in touch over the next few days. This is the tambo that I am in. That's the mosquito netting up there, and there's a nice little bed here. And then I have a little front porch here with a little hammock there. And just one sidebar note to all of my herbal friends out there that are watching. The salve, the clay that we made for bites and sting, I'm using. I got it okayed by the shamans because I have gotten eaten up by mosquitoes, and it's working. It's helping take that little bit of the itchiness, sting away, so it's kind of absorbing that. So anyways, I'm just letting you know it does work. Yay! And thank you everyone for watching, and I'll be in touch soon. Have a beautiful, blessed day. Bye-bye.